Check out MagnumQuest.com for a closer look at this tier list. I'm not the creator of this tier list. I've just been given permission to put it on YouTube, so don't get mad at me. But let's take a look at these heroes. I will give you guys a brief description of each so you can have a slightly deeper understanding of where the characters in Magnum Quest lie on the tier list. So let's take a look here. We've got, first of all, we have Eris, which is a tank that does huge damage in the S tier, and then we also have Arthur, who is also a tank. He has the best shields and heals in the game. Then we have Sir, who is a unique combination of support, heals, and damage with very high survivability for a non-tank. Excuse me. And then we have Harry, who is also a tank, with good AoE damage that buffs allies and debuffs enemies. He heals himself, so he has very high survivability. After that, in the A tier, we have Gila, or Gila, however you pronounce that, who is a damage dealer who excels against bosses. And then up next, we have Cinia, who is a support that boosts energy recovery, buffs allies, and debuffs enemies. Then we have here Amelia, who is a damage dealer that grants haste to allies after level 176. Durla here is a damage dealer with good area damage. Then we have Phi, who is a damage dealer with a team haste buff. Haste is very important. Lone here is an area damage dealer with good control. Gives a second life to one ally. Issy is also an area damage dealer with control. And then we have Naomi here, who is a healer that can remove buffs from enemies and remove debuffs from allies. We have Auric, who is an area damage dealer who debuffs enemies. Then we have Fang, who is the best damage dealer for bosses, but is useless without stars and good gear. He really shines after level 201. That's when he gets a shield, and he completely changes after that. We have Ekra, who is a single target and area damage dealer with decent survivability. Then we have Flan, who is a melee assassin. And the last hero that we have in the A tier is Kratos, who is a tank with area damage into area silence. Then in the B tier, we have Alden, who's a tank that freezes enemies near him and resurrects allies and enemies. Hista is a damage dealer that excels at bosses and deals bleed damage. We have Carlotta, an assassin that penetrates the back line. And then Cyan is an assassin that also penetrates the back line. Sorry, excuse me. Aloyn is one of the strongest healers in the game, also has good control but loses her relevance in the late game. Bear is a great tank to pair with Eris or Gaia because he attracts enemies to him, which make it possible for Eris and Gaia to deal more damage. Osish is one of the most useful heroes to progress through the game due to her strong control effects. And then we have Rickers, who is a tank with a lot of control, which is good for PvE, except he's not good for bosses. And then we have Julian here, which is a tank that enters an ethereal form after death, which has full immunity to physical damage, but takes 80% more magic damage. Manton here is a melee damage dealer, but can throw a spear to inflict damage on the back row. Gus is a single target damage dealer, who's pretty good for bosses. And then Vera is a damage dealer that can remove shields from enemies. Sorsha is an area damage dealer who pairs well with control allies because she does more damage against enemies who have control effects currently on them. Wyndon is an area damage dealer. He's not very good, but everybody gets him for logging in for 7 days in a row. Bill is a tank that deals area damage and has knockdown. Xander is an area ranged damage dealer. Muralith is a ranged damage dealer that takes control of enemies and steals their health. And then last and least, we have Monroe, who is a controlled tank that uses knockdown. Check out MagnumQuest.com. The link will be in the description down below, and you can check out this tier list here and other tier lists as well, and also guides and descriptions for all of the heroes and a more in-depth tier list, which you can see here. This is just their general tier list. They also have tier lists for damage dealers, supports, tanks, and every type of class in the game. So if you want to take a deeper look, check it out, MagnumQuest.com. Thanks for checking out the video. Drop a like, leave a nice comment, and subscribe if you would like to. Thanks for watching. Peace.